So hi guys, I've just been playing with the Tamron 28-75 f2.8 lens again, and this time I've been trying out outside, and the autofocus on video, as well as some stills. As you can see here, I'm shooting at f2.8. This is at 75mm, roughly it's almost its closest focus point, which is around about at 75mm, around about 12 to 14 inches by the looks of it. So relatively close. As you can see, the camera is, that flower is just moving around all over the place. It doesn't, it hasn't really got any idea where it's going. So with the camera on wide AF, the fact it's staying with that flower alone and ignoring everything else around it, and it is staying in focus pretty well. I'm quite impressed with that. And then I shot up into the trees. So shooting f2.8 again. As you can see there, it's focusing on the lower branches with the leaves, and then I move it to the left, and then you can see it focuses. It's pretty interesting, and that's looking straight to the sun. So it's not struggling whatsoever. I'm really quite impressed. There's a little bit of flare there, but hardly any, and vignetting hardly any. A little bit there, you can see when I zoom right in, but then it's kind of expected on a narrow lens. You can see a little bit of ghosting, or flare rather, but no dramas whatsoever. Even when I dropped it down to the fence briefly and then back up, no trouble at all. So this shot was here at f22, sorry, and you can see a really good sun flare there, which is kind of cool. But you can see it's still sharp. It didn't struggle to focus whatsoever, even at f22, looking straight up sort of into the light coming through the trees. So really no drama there. Very similar shot, different focus point this time. And then wide open at f2.8. As you can see there, the leaves on the right hand side are sharp, and as we move up you can see they soften off. And this one here, I've actually focused on the lower leaves again, actually moving the camera, the zooming in bit onto the leaves, so you can see. Really quite impressed with it. Not a bad lens at all. For the money, really good. The only thing you have to worry about is when you're close, even at f2.8, this is where some of the people go, wow, it's not very sharp. Well, it is, but the depth of field is actually quite shallow, so some of this little curly bit was in focus and some was out, and that's just down to the depth. At f2.8 the depth's very shallow. Same as here, you can see the leaves on the slightly to the right from the centre, out of focus, and the leaves on the slightly to the left, sharp. And the same here, f2.8, the left hand side of the spider's web is actually out of focus, but the right hand side is actually sharp, and that's just down to depth. It's got nothing to do with how sharp the lenses at all. Shooting straight onto a brick wall, an old brick wall, looks pretty sharp on the corners, as well as the centre. Pretty impressed. Here showing the other depth issue. There's quite a nice little bit of bokeh there, but you can see one of the leaves there is sharp, some of the leaf there is sharp, and the pointed bit is soft, and that's just down to shooting at f2.8 and the leaf sort of aiming at me slightly. So the depth is very shallow. I like the way the shadows on this sort of from the leaf just passed onto the wall, but as you can see, focused on the wall and the leaves were, but this was the good one. So an ant running around on top of a bin, and as you can see, nice and sharp. I was impressed with that, and that's a cropping probably of about 600%. So quite impressed with that. So that's just another quick test, guys. So please subscribe, please click the little notification bell, and I shall bring you a new video soon.